a certain many years, but just imagine you having to take a picture and you in their uniform.
Right.
You can't, they took that away. You used to be able to wear jeans and they took that away for a reason. Like he said, dehumanize you. You want to take family photos with a CDC uniform on with your son? And you want him to take that home? What is that saying? That hurts. So y'all could really, y'all could stop it. And it starts with the young generation. Because that's what they're going after. They ain't going after the OGs. None of that. They feel like they're done with. We want to get these kids now. These kids that are 17, 18, 19, like he was saying, politicians. Some of y'all want to do something that your friends might not want to do. But guess what? If you do it, you might rub off on you. So don't just say you're gonna do something. Do it. Do it. Your partners might fall in line. You and yourself, like you said, you had jobs. You sound like you a leader in yourself already. You grew up in the Lincoln Park community, ain't documented, ain't really got no record. Keep doing what you're doing, man, in my eyes. Stay what you're doing. Fight that documentation. Write their numbers. Everything that you're doing is something I should have been doing a while ago. Right. See, I didn't have the guts to do it. I always lived in fear. Right. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go down to the police station because I got to see him. Forget all that. Keep doing it. They don't want us to think like how you thinking. Keep doing that. Everybody, you too. You live in Escondido. I know how it is up there too. You get harassed up there, man, do it. You got partners that you care about, that you continue to hang around, talk to them, man. Tell them about 182.5. That they could come knock. They knocked on my brother's door. He was living in Vegas for 2.5 years. He had nothing, no knowledge, no nothing. They knocked on his door and took him away from his whole entire life. Because you guys deem me as a documented gang member? Because I grew up in Lincoln Park? They can do that to everybody. But they want you guys in the prison system.
We need to recall body.
And you get 8 cents an hour. 8 or 11 cents an hour, depends on how long you've been in there.
So y'all trust me, man. Right, y'all don't want to go to prison, man. It's when I say it's worse, and I don't even want to talk about the violent aspect, because you get violent on the street, but it's the fact that you have zero rights. Yeah. And the separation is more than what y'all really. I'm just not. It's deeper than me. What I'm saying right now. When you see it for yourself, and you go to the yard and you see blacks, whites, Mexicans, it's tense. You're like, dang, I can't even look at him the wrong way. You're liable to get stabbed for looking at a person the wrong way, for cutting a person in line. It's so much order. Phones that you can't use. Phones that I might not be able to speak to my Hispanic brother over there at a time because I don't know what yard I'm hitting. Mexicans and blacks might have just got into it. I say hi to him, guess what? My people's just gonna deal with me. In a way that I would have never expected. And these is partners that I might have grew up with. You got friends that you grew up with that might put his hands on you. Quick. Because guess what? He has to follow what's going on here.
Or he's dead.
You can't stand alone in there, man. You can't stand alone. So I advise y'all to stand alone right here outside now before they try to get y'all to get up in there and belong to the system. Once you belong to the system, you have no voice. So, I thank y'all for your time. And like I said, take this as serious as it needs to be, man, because this is your life that we talk about.
What did Myrtle Cole do for you guys when you guys were locked up? What kind of...
Because you trying to start.
Why not trying to start anything? What did Myrtle Cole do?
Nothing.
Nothing?
You hear what he said?
No, what did he say? Who is it?
No, I'm serious.
I know he's serious, but that's the problem.
But you know what? She's not as aggressive and assertive as we want her to be, but young people like you, because she's a mother.
But she met with Myrtle Cole.
You gotta have something. Don't take nothing away if you ain't got something better to replace it with. First thing I'm gonna say, don't ever remove anything if you ain't got nothing to replace it with.
You can't deny your calling, young man.
Before I let go, you can't deny your calling. Hey, I see women in here too. This definitely don't exclude y'all. I got some homegirls that's been in situations like this. So it's really worse for y'all because it seems like y'all really ain't got no voice. So I commend even the women that's in here right now listening to this information because y'all gonna be able to pass it on to your brothers, your cousins, your aunties, whoever's involved. I know y'all know people that's involved. So I commend y'all for coming too.
Y'all can make Myrtle and JJ do something because of where you are right now.
This is what's going to happen.
People who go on boats.
Not for us. I went to a lot of them town meetings. Did a lot.
All I'm saying is that people who operate off boats, you can control them. In this society, people who operate get paid because of votes, you can
We need
manipulate
somebody like
people.
him as city council, and as a resident of District 4, I demand he runs.
Yes.
It ain't his choice.
They're already asked my husband.
Okay, let's go then.
Now, I'll be his campaign manager. Well, we gonna let Harvey run.
They really, they had a meeting, they really want him to
This
run.
is what we need to do.
I'll do that.
Because, again, I don't blame Oracle.
I do. She have her own faults. I don't blame JJ. I don't blame Bonnie Dumanis, Zimmerman, Gore. I don't blame none of them people. They doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. This is how the system operates.
Their
Right?
job was not to do
What?
what she used Proposition
No,
21 to do.
I'm saying how the system.
Bonnie Dumanis overarched.
No. She's working. It's a white supremacy system.
Yes, and she is an
The
active
system-
contributor.
Yeah, the system is operating exactly how
Like
it's
it's
supposed to be
supposed to.
operating.
Now we need to operate the way we supposed
Exactly.
to.
Out of there.
We need to claim our humanity and start affirming. And quit blaming everybody else and quit being reactionary.
We have to.
Yes.
Why would we had Bonnie Dumanis calls a town hall meeting on Sunday. She doesn't show up.
Right.
Why doesn't she
Too
show
much
up?
heat now.
Why should she care about showing up to our community?
Right.
Well, we don't care about our community.
How is she gonna benefit from
Why?
that?
Why should Myrtle Cole
Right.
show up or do anything for District 4 if we don't demand her to do it? If there's a town hall meeting in our communities, you need to be there. And if you're not there, don't fault anything from
Criticize
happening. And
anybody else for not
not
being
just
there.
go, because we all go and we dialogue all day long. But then there's nothing after it. So we need to hold people's feet to the fire. And if you didn't vote, then you can't complain either.
How we know about the meetings? They were supposed to let us know.
But see,
about
that's the thing. That's where we operate.
See, and you know why.
You don't even know. A lot of people don't even know about
and that's
it.
They under the carpet.
We gotta do it. See, but see, that's what sometimes like Brandon are working out now. We going around and we setting up things to where people know about these meetings. So people, you have to be actively involved in your community. Then these elected officials who we put in office will actively do things in your community. She's not going to. La Jolla calls Bonnie Dumanis to come meet. Trust me, she's there front and center. Because if she's not, them people gonna get together and get her out of there. You know what I mean? So she cares about who care about her. And we don't care, because we don't care about us. We don't care about our community, so why should they? You know what I mean? So that's why I say I don't fault them. The biggest problem to people is the people, not the powers that be. The powers that be are the minority. We have the masses, right? We have the numbers. So we don't, that right there is the power, but it's that slave mentality. You know what I mean? You got thousands of people on the yard, or you got thousands of slaves on a plantation, and you got 3 taskmasters, and everybody's paying attention to them. Because they got the power. They're in the minority. But we overrule them because we have the masses. We have to start making them do what we want them to do. And if they don't, they're gone.
And if we continue, it's insanity.
Exactly. Anything you do over and over again expecting different results is the definition of insanity.
Well, I agree with her. We need you. I went to them meetings while y'all was locked up. They got Mario Lewis there, someone that's under them. He want to ask certain questions. He don't really want to get to the core. We really need somebody that's for us. We can stand behind someone that's for us. If we don't really know no one's standing for us, how we gonna stand together?
That's why a lot of people don't vote. Like
I agree with
like
you.
saying,
Very young.
what is bad and the middle bad? Which one you get to it?
Exactly.
On
If
the
they're
middle
young,
people, no, they different.
in my opinion, no, for real. No. Listen, everybody have a calling. And like you said, you read, you do something a lot of us don't do. You research. You're a voice. We can get the people to stand behind you because we know you're standing for us. So we need you to look into getting ready to take on a bigger leadership.
Me and you can be your daddy's campaign manager.
I gotta go to school. I gotta get a good law school in the fall. So I'm gonna be doing that. Eventually, I might get into politics.
Okay,
but
do
now
that.
I gotta get my
Do
education.
that. We do the footwork, but when we need you here to stand for us. Because I'm a documented gang member, and I didn't document myself. Mitchie Slick did, and I was very irritated by that. You know what I mean? If you do know or don't know, I'm on the Won't Stop Being the Blood video. It's so much it took so much energy, y'all, to write the big bars. Because I didn't understand what was his motive. I'm going to visit the Don. I'm here for all my homies. Why do he want me? There's so many homegirls he could get, so it was hard. And then to watch the video 3 weeks after Gangland came out, I'm just telling y'all the setup. To watch the video and see Big Bird, Lincoln Park, I'll collapse. Everybody all happy, but me. I was bothered. How you gonna document me? So since then I've been on the TV learning about, because when they come, I'm gonna be ready. That's all I can do, but I don't mind getting what you standing for all of us, but you the right person to speak for us. Now I gotta go to work. See you.
I appreciate you, sister.
Hey, bro.
Hey, that's you.
Hey, you guys, y'all can stay in here and build for the rest of the day. I gotta go teach a class. Yes. But I invite you guys to be community partners for this organization. This organization is all about building young people from where they are, about letting them know that if you become incarcerated, you're basically a slave.
You are, not basically.
Thank you. If I say it this way.
Oh, no, you are. Read the 13th Amendment. Go read the 13th Amendment. You are. Larry,
I know.
Yeah, I was going to just make a point. Like what I was saying was earlier, the same thing that you were saying. It's like, well, I keep hearing everyone talk. I mean, you had this conversation, but I'm just gonna make it. I hear everyone talk about us and them and us. I don't really know who us, and why there is a us and there's a them, and why there are like he said, majority and minority. Like I don't really understand. I don't really know why it's like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it should be this all of a we. And I feel like the more we us, this is why this kind of stuff is happening. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was saying earlier about the police officer, I felt uncomfortable because I feel like it's a us versus them, but really it should be if we just accepted if you went to go to law school and you had this conversation, be a DA. Why not? Why not? So there is no more us in them. There is no more my boy that was in the car with, be a police officer. That's going to diminish that whole us and them because you my boy. You know what I'm saying? There's no more like, oh, you against us. The more we think like that, and the more that is like that, we're never going to win that. You're going to lose. Because they have the power, like you said. It's only we're the majority, but the minority have the power. Why can't we break down that barrier? Be a DA, be a police officer. Why not? Why not? Why not, huh? That's gonna kill all that. That's gonna kill all that.
Rather be the one prosecuting the person that look like you, because then you'll just charge them what they did. You're gonna do the time, right? You're just gonna do the time. But I'm not gonna attack a 15-year gang enhancement on this brother. You know what I mean? So wouldn't you rather be that police officer that stops your little brother? I'd rather you be the police officer that stop my little brother than these other police officers. You know what I mean?
Other police officers don't probably hate you, man.
Exactly.
We got black police officers in
our So you can't conform. That's the thing. But see, they're conforming to the system. We got the penalties. They grew up in Bay Vista. They the worst.
They got rules too. They turn the sheep every pop you up. I'm a nice cop. I don't beat them up. I'm gonna walk away and come back.
So even if you are put in positions where you are in that area, you know what I mean? You know, a place of business, you just can't conform to the ways of the system.
Right, it's a mentality. If you become a police officer, your mentality is going to be different because you come from this area. You come from this neighborhood. You're not from La Jolla working in Escondido as a cop. How's that? That's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? But if you come from the community and you are activist in your community, you're a politician for your community, you're a police officer, you're this. Your mentality is going to be different. So the laws and everything, the structure is going to be 100% different. You know what I'm saying? I feel like us as a youth in here, we have so much opportunity to be something. I'm going to go to school to be a dentist. I don't know any dang dentists when I grew up. I didn't know nobody. I said, you know, I'm going to try something new, try something different.
There's only 9 or 10 black dentists in San Diego County.
I don't know any of them. I know one.
And we need more.
I just met her.
Numbers are even lower for police, you know, numbers are lower for police officers.
I wish there were police officers for the community and patrol by the community. I mean, like community groups that patrol, but the rest of we don't have what other police officers here. We got cops that are Logan that killed my cousin. They're still patrolling Logan. They shot him 5 times in the back. Yeah. I mean, and they're still there. Like years later, they get talking over with that's me. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're worse than the gang members. Like that's the biggest gang in San Diego.
And the reason why these police officers are still around, like Chester Burnian or whatever, killed a guy in our neighborhood, and they promoted him. He's a sergeant now. But the reason why he's still around is because we allowed him. We ain't did nothing about it.
These programs here, man, and I'm glad that you guys all came, are supposed to empowered to be something more than just a statistic. I heard you, I came in here, you were talking about prison system. I'm very familiar with the prison system. Anything you want to know about prison, I can tell you.
How long you been?
18 years I've been in prison. I enrolled in the year 2000, and it's been blessing after blessing for me. So don't let nobody tell you that because you come from a certain environment or a certain community or neighborhood that you can't be what you need to be. You can be anything that you put your mind to. Right now, I want to share this with you guys because it's important. My son, I have a 22-year-old, just turned 22 in January. He turned 22 January 3rd. He was picked up on January 2nd for murder. Now, murder, this is a serious charge. He can possibly spend the rest of his life in prison. People who are in prison right now, I can tell you, they would give their right and left arms for a little bit of freedom. So all of those who are trying to race to get there, you're not going to be happy when you get there. Because all you do when you're inside of prison is think about being free. That's the only thing you do. 24 hours a day, you sit in the cell, think about being free. And they have these coping mechanisms, like coffee, and like Perplexin and Thorazine, antipsychotic medication to cope with the surroundings. Everybody ain't built for prison. Yeah, you say what? But everybody ain't built for prison. Everybody can't take a judge saying, hey, listen, I'm giving you 25 life. That's a whole different ballgame, man. We got the rah-rah, the behavior out here on the streets where we really bad and all that. But at the end of the day, man, when the rabbit got the gun, it's a whole different set of circumstances. So stay empowered, man. Strive for excellence, man, in these programs.
I'm going to try to get some people from American Friends Service Committee to come next week and do a Know Your Rights workshop, too. And also try to get a cultural studies workshop down here. Huh?
You should do stuff like
yeah,
that.
I have American Friends Service Committee out there. There's a right. You got a legal observer. You teach 10-hour class for free. You have legal observers. There's reserve people. And I'll bet you guys come down, too, and there's a workshop and stuff.
For those who grew up in the Southeast community, it doesn't matter if you can get there. Holly Street, Clyde, Terrell Fletcher Street, High School, wherever the meeting near. I'll come by later on in the week when I get the flyers. Imperial. April 6th at 6:30. But like I said, April 6th at 6:30 on Holly Drive. I'll come by later. And I'll pass those flyers out, and it's going to be like that. We're going to, we're going to be pitching our idea. I want to hear from you guys. I can sit here and talk all day, you know what I mean? But I want to hear from the people. You guys got the ideas. I got ideas too, so let's bounce this back like a tennis ball, right? And then we write these stuff down, and then we execute, right? Because, I don't have the answer. So if you guys show up to these meetings or whatever, if I just come in and drop through, I got like little cards that say, okay, what would you like to tell Biden to do minus right now? And I just need you to write whatever. And I'm gonna drop it all, and I drop it off to her office. I got a thing where I'm gonna put 33 of these cards every day, because there's 33 people on this case. So every day she's gonna get 33 cards and 33 letters from the community, right? Somebody gotta read them. Somebody gonna read them. And we're gonna let her know that we care about our community, so she's gonna have to eventually start caring also. So, like again, with the meeting with you, and I'm working with you. If you want me there, I'm there. I'm next week I'm kind of like, I haven't had time to do nothing for myself. I got to register my car, take CBGB, I got to do things. So next week I'm kind of just like, I got to do my life. You know what I mean? I got to get my life together. Because it just got flipped upside down. So I'm trying to get it, put the pieces back together. But after that, man, I'm here. Like, I'll be here anytime you want me to come through, say something. But I really kind of want to hear from y'all.
Would you do that at Total Deliverance if we got some of the young people to come next Wednesday evening?
At Total Deliverance?
Yes, sir. On Wednesday night.
You gotta ask.
At the church? Yeah. That's that church I go to. I'm a consultant there. Would you be interested in doing that? And he's already asked me to do this. So.
Yeah, he'll do it.
Okay, there you go, Mom.
It's a little, yeah.
Oh, it must be something I need to know.
Right, he do.
So
But he'll do it.
Have my cards, please call brother. I've known you before you knew you. All right, so
He'll do it.
please call me.
He'll do it.
All right, but I really don't got nothing much. If y'all got something, and I'll write stuff down, whatever. I don't know what the time is.
have a time limit. I mean, it's your guys' break right now, so if you guys want to use the bathroom, go to break, do what you gotta do, you guys can go do that.
Nah, but basically, bro, just keep me, cause you know, man, my whole thing is, man, coming up, I always felt like the older heads knew and didn't want to say nothing. You feel what I'm saying? I felt like they knew, like you already knew. You knew I was gonna do, you knew it was gonna get me, you knew I was gonna end up, but you didn't really want to say nothing. You feel me? And I don't want to be, I'm not gonna be that type of person. You feel me? I'm gonna speak up, but just keep me linked in because I'm gonna do my best to keep the ones that's younger than me, like 7, I'm 23. You know, so like the ones that's under me, like 16, 17, you know, that I know, like watched them grow up. You know, I want to involve them too, young as possible. You feel me? Because I'm not going to be the one that's not going to say nothing when I'm watching where they going. You know what I mean? That was really tore me up. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's a blessing that I'm here today. You feel what I mean? Because a lot of my friends, you feel me? Gotta move. So when people still see me where I'm at, they kind of astounded. You know what I mean? They think like, you know, I didn't really change. I just changed how I did it and who I did it with. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm trying to empower my little bros too out here, man, because it's dry, you know, and it hurts. It hurts, you know, just driving down the street. You know what I mean? Where I'm from, it's ghost town. You know, not even what's the name, little nephew? Like, in the hall. We're in the hall. Where my best friend at, dead. Where my other best friend at, dead. So that's all I remember, you feel me? And I'm still there. And I don't got really nobody. I don't got nobody to reminisce about my childhood with, you feel me? So I don't want my little bros coming up like that. I try to tell them, you know, it's serious, you know? It's serious. So just keep me linked in, man. You know, I'm serious about this, man. I'm a very passionate person, homie. So just keep me linked in, man, and I'm going to do my best to reach out to all of my little bros, whatever, you know, keep them awareness. You know, I know it starts with awareness. They need to be aware. You need to know what's going on around you. You feel what I'm saying? We kind of just stuck in the box, you know, and we need to step out and realize what's going on. You know, it's not, we don't want to allow them to think it's normal. We don't want them to think it's normal. Just, that's normal. Oh, damn, homie got smoked. Damn. That's not normal. It's not normal. Where's it normal at? You go over there, that's not normal. They don't do that, you know what I mean? It's not normal. So I don't think it's cool for us to grow up thinking that's cool and, you know what I mean? And some, like, you know, so that's just my whole thing, man, you know. I just, you know.
Definitely right. But see, that's what I'm saying. I need you.
Yeah, we need people like who we think it is.
We need that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, right now, what I want to do, man, I just want to form a coalition of just young people. I don't care what your ethnicity, I don't care what neighborhood you're from, female, male. We need to form a coalition, a diverse coalition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're gonna be the ones who go to the high schools. We're gonna be the ones that we're gonna go to the prayer vigils. Just imagine if 50 bloods showed up to a prayer vigil where a Crip got shot. And you're like, bro, that's not cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't promote this. You know what I mean? Or 50 blacks show up to a Hispanic. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We don't promote this. It's not cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna kill, one, it kills the stereotype, and it kills the way they perceive us.
Right.
It kills the narrative. You know what I mean? So you already ahead of the game. Like what you're saying is what we sit down and talk about. But again, see, like you said, you have that connection to like maybe 16, 17. I don't.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm kind of looking for somebody who knows the 16, 17, 15. The youngsters I know now are like your age, like early 20s and stuff now. Those is how low I go. Anything other than that, you know what I mean? They don't know me.
Yeah.
So if you can get that, man, we gonna exchange numbers. Like I said, I'll take everybody's number in here. Every meeting I go to, everything I got going on, what we got going on. See, I gotta stop saying I got going on.
That's right,
I
man.
ain't got nothing going on. You know what I mean? But we just need everybody there. You know what I mean? And if you got something going on, Escondido, I'm going. You know what I mean? If it's important, it's important to me too. I want to know what's going on up there. You know? So,
They'll be up there with 18252.
oh, it's coming.
If they're not ready, especially the type of violence that they do see, what they do in the justice system as well, sometimes they let it happen. Because now that's their excuse to go bring 182.5. Look, Escondido got the #1, whatever type of statistic they want to come up with. So no, let it happen.
Provoke it at that.
Why not let it happen? Let them fight against each other. Because now when we come to present this to the prosecution, we can go up to Escondido and wipe out everybody.
Now they don't just gotta lock up the person who did it.
We can wipe up everybody.
They don't have to have the person who did the crime in custody.
These 9 shootings that we got charged with,
Yeah, unsolved.
there's no shooters.
So
Nobody's in jail.
talk to your partners, man, about this 182.5.
There's no shooters?
It
No
affects,
shooters,
it
just
affects
one
everybody,
gun
man.
and one
That Prop 21 is the thing that just makes me mad as hell. 'Cause
Yeah.
I have a homie, well, he's like a little brother to me. And it's like not like saying that what he did was good, but me and him, we started banging at the same time.
Right.
We got tested at the same time, literally right there, together, and they told us, you know, you're from the hood.
Right.
Only difference between me and him is that I barely got off probation on Monday. You know, I'm doing good.
That's good.
My homie's, he got his court at April 1st, and I think that's the second to last court because they're trying to give him life for a murder. And I fucking hate that because he only, when they arrested him, he was only a month. It was only a month after his birthday, and he's only 16 now. If you were to talk to him, you'd be like, "Look at this little kid. He's a goofy, immature, little jolly little guy, but just because he had to do what he had to do, which now that I look at it, he's an idiot for it, and he says the same.
As you're a part of that. And you know, like you said, you were there, y'all was together, y'all got involved in the same thing. But see, it's positive, because I was telling people, there's positivity can come out of that. It might not be too late for him. Yeah. You know, he can learn from, hopefully they don't give him life, and he can learn from his situation. I did. I did 3, my boy did 10, he's out. You got people that get out and learn from that. So if you keep pushing the way you pushing, and keep talking how you talking, I can guarantee you, there are gonna be, whether you see it or not, there's gonna be people that's gonna follow you. So that's what you need. It's about your, to me, it's about your homies, your neighborhood.
So far, I've been able to cause even though I was on probation and all that, I ended up with him a couple months ago for a violation, and I was in 800 in Kearney with him for a little bit, and I've never had a conversation with him where I told him like, hey, do good, with me and him, it was always like, we said we were just gonna go balls out, like, not giving a fuck. That's how it was. Right. But this time I got to sit with him and talk to him and be like, hey, dog, I mean, I know you're in this situation, fool, but if I'm gonna do good, dog, you better do good too. So I'll write him letters, put it. I mean, the homies from over there, none of them have written him a letter. They haven't put money so they like in an account so they can call. Like I've done that, because they don't give a shit, dog. They don't care. He did exactly what you're supposed to do, you know what I mean? And again, murder, and half of these fools think they're sick because they jumped somebody, But now finding I think I said, because he always looked up to me, so now I'm trying to set the best example that I can for him, and so far he's been doing good. I told him, dog, just who cares, homie? Like us, the way we disrespect our enemies is to call them weenies. Like if they come in, dog, you already know they're gums. Why waste your time? You know what I mean? Because if he keeps fighting, that gang enhancement won't go away.
Exactly. Because they take that stuff to court.
People say it doesn't matter, but it is. Everything I've done, if it's gone against me.
And say you get into a fight, because you get write-ups. That write-up, the judge is going to see that write-up. So he's going to be like, wait a minute, you're already in here for this. And now you in here doing this? You must have did that.
Even when they put you in a situation for it to happen.
Because we got set up.
They put you in jail with these charges like, oh, he went over here to Skyline and shot over the Skyline, he went over the neighborhood and shit. And then they put you with the Crips. Then they put you with the Crips, and then they put you with the Skyline. Like, not just a couple people. They put you with a group, like, bring their whole group at one time, and bring your whole group at one time, and put you guys in the same thing at the same time. Like, serious? Like, you guys know what y'all doing. Like, this wasn't no, this wasn't no accident. You knew what you were doing when you did this. You had Tiny Dude, Pufferoo, all these different people, these different names, but you, from these different communities, and you put them in, oh, he shot up this neighborhood, knowing we didn't do it, but still.
How'd that dude get out? He ain't showing up and who's in jail? But, that guy. But,
not Richard.
Richard Lee.
Well, Richard Lee, the older one, not the younger.
He got out on that appeal with Pete Dursey and then messed up again.
Oh, but, Richard Parks in there.
One of my loved ones is one of the very few And he's not showing up on Who's in Jail. One of my loved ones is one of the very few who, like, you try to figure it out. That's what it says on Who's in Jail. Might be a glitch. But one of my loved ones is down here for an evidentiary hearing and has been in prison for 14 years and has life and didn't kill anyone.
Which one is that?
Lil Bam. He'll be getting out. Keyshawn Scott. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He'll be coming home. I know this with my heart. One of the biggest things is Desmond, when he went here, Desmond went to the school. He was on their case, along with some of the other kids, and he got a job. He got a whole lot of different training, and he was doing very, very well. And this happens a lot. We've seen this happen pretty much with almost every group of youth that have come in here who eat the same. They'll break the burrito and eat it together. They do everything. But him and his best friend are no longer as close as they were due to this case. And he called, and every time when he calls, I'll say, you know, I got to talk to the feds, because y'all, these young boys are calling my phone from this thing, and I know they're all on my phone. I'll be like, hi, Bonnie, hi, you. Okay, go ahead. Accept the call, because everybody's phone is wiretapped. Not only that, but he said he might get 25 to life over the 182.5 charge, and he's also going to federal court at the same time he's going to state. At the same time, the West Coast Crips, when they did that sweep, they were put in there with you guys. And I read 93 pages of the federal indictment on the West Coast Crips, and I sat there and read the Federal Bureau of Investigation admit to watching 3 or 4 murders to get some dudes selling weed. They wanted the dope dealers. They let these young boys unload 3 or 4 murders in order to get some, and they watch it. They watch the murders.
2012, they was watching shoot people.
Yeah, they're busting them.
There's a young man out there right now. I had him at a barbershop. He's from the Lincoln Park area. And those 3 guys who were they called the Yellow Tape West Coast Crip murderers, who I also know, he walks out with him because he has issues, and they go and jump him. I'm there. That could have turned into a death that easily, but God was with us. We were protected. But they had those way before that. Tupac had already been killed. All this other stuff had been done. Y'all did that so y'all could get Bopper because he has some marijuana? And put his life on hold when he's a community activist and people have already made it legal? That's what we're dealing with.
Why they did that? Because he's a community activist. They want to take the leadership. That's the separation I was just talking about. See, when you take the leadership out of the household to community, then you leave a bunch of lost.
You need to pay for kids' coaching, everything.
So that's why they did that. You know what I mean? It just dates back. But again, that's why I said it's all about awareness. You know, you got to be aware because they're going to try to take. I know they coming after me. I'm just waiting.
Oh yeah, they want you.
I'm just waiting.
Now you guys are hurting them. They want both of you guys.
They
won't mess with
them. The community's got to wrap their arms around them.
That's okay. Let them come. I'm waiting.
If they come in the morning.
You know what I mean? You gotta stand up.
This is a very famous book by James Walker.
That's right, man.
During the Civil Rights Movement. That's what you are doing. You are a civil rights activist. You are a human rights activist. That's what you are. Because they are treating you guys like 3/5 of a human being.
3/5 of a man, right? They just did that for votes, right? They couldn't even. It's if you guys know about the voting, right? You have electoral votes, and we're the popular vote. But there are as many So let's just say California has 12 electoral votes. That's what goes to the president.
Yes.
Right? He doesn't get all of our votes, right? So there were slaves. We weren't considered humans. So that we couldn't vote. We couldn't be considered as anything. But the North, you know, which is a free state, they were demolishing the South, right? So now we got all these slaves who are animals. So we can't put them as human because we put them as human and now they fall under the Constitution.
Right.
And now they can't have slaves, right? So they put us as 3/5 of a man.
3/5 compromise.
Right. You know what I mean? Just so they could get votes. So they don't even see us as humans. You guys need to read the Dred Scott case too.
Oh, Missouri?
You know what
Missouri
I mean?
line?
Right. You gotta read this stuff. Y'all gotta know this stuff because then you'll start understanding what's going on. This ain't new. This is a book, The New Jim Crow. It's not the new Jim Crow. It's just Jim Crow 2015. You know what I mean? So you got once you guys start I like looking at movies like 12 Years a Slave. I like reading, you know, things like that because then it helps you understand why we have to be out here doing this stuff. You know what I mean? This stuff ain't just happening just because it's happening. This stuff been going on since the beginning. So that's why I urge you guys gotta read. You gotta read. You gotta know where you come from. You gotta know your history. You gotta know their history. You know what I mean? Because they just doing what they've been doing. There ain't nobody reinvented the wheel around here.
So I encourage all your kids go to community college, take the Islamic studies or African studies class. So first I'll take kids to school. Take those classes, they classes. The 2 classes, they include 2 classes.
You know, look, I took an African American studies class, right? I walked in, I was in there for 5 seconds and walked out. The white lady teaching me.
Yep.
You're gonna teach it from a biased perspective.
Of course.
I can't go teach Latin. You know, I don't. All I'm doing is teaching you what I read from a book. So that's something that you can just go and teach yourself. We need people who have experienced it and gone through it. Then I can teach you something. You know what I mean? So you gotta understand.
Hey man, but a black don't necessarily mean that either though.
No, I get that. That man has to know his.
That don't really mean that either though.
But he what I say is that man, because yeah, you're absolutely right. That man could not know his history. Just because he's black don't mean you know his history, right? So that man, that person, you have to know that, and that's why you got to know things for yourself as well. Just like going to church. Exactly. Don't believe everything the pastor say. You get your Bible, you study for yourself. Exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah. So just that's just what I say with that. You guys got to understand and know your history, man, and then you'll understand and know why we in the position we in now.
I'll let these kids go lunch.
I'm sorry, but we got another thing to go to.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I just like talking to, you know what I mean? Because I talking to older folks, yeah, I do that, I enjoy it, but we the game changers, you know what I mean? So I like talking to y'all more.